the angels and the devatas that are like attracted to news for the soul is amazing.
And we love news for the soul. Since 1997, Soul Radio has been changing lives, from uplifting to unexplained, talking about breaking chains. Don't you know? News for the soul. Don't you know? News for the soul.
It's time, Saturday morning, 9 Pacific, Abigail's Insights. Abigail Pattman is here. I'm going to let her reintroduce her work for the next several minutes and then tell us what our topic of the day is going to be. Abigail, welcome back.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. You sound a little bit far away, so if you have a volume, you want to crank it up there. What's
let
new?
me put the sound up again. How does that sound? Is that better?
Much better. Yeah, much better. Great. Welcome back, Abigail.
Okay.
How are
good,
you?
thank you. Yeah, I'm really good. Really good. It's been an interesting week for me. So, yeah, everything's good. So basically this week I'm going to introduce myself, what I do, and I'd like to take a caller again if someone wants to call in, because I think that's how I work well. And I also explain a lot of things while I'm working with people, and people's energy fascinates me. So people are more than welcome to call in or email while I'm talking, and I will begin with what I do and have a little chat about energy and see what happens.
Explain what you do and then what kind of things they can call in for. We'll see if there's anybody on the line today.
Absolutely. Okay. So this is what I do. I started with the tarot cards. I started a while ago, maybe going back to about 11 years ago now, and then things developed. And basically, I call myself a channel. I work multidimensionally, and I work with energy. The thing that I am working with the most at the moment is the endocrine system, the nervous system, the vagus nerve, people's bodies, and also the surrounding energy bodies and the chakra system. And I also work with removing entities and anything that shouldn't really be on the body and retrieving energy as well. So basically, I would say I'm working with people that have a story that they're stuck with. And it could be emotional, it could be spiritual, it could be both. Sometimes it's physical. Everything's interconnected for me. So when I'm working with someone and they're telling me their story, I'm kind of like looking at every single part of what's going on for them. And what I like to do is provide shifts and transformations. I've studied in holographic kinetics, which is an Aborigine dream time healing, which is timelines, and that sort of moves into the entity side of things, interdimensional interference. And I did a lot of theta when I was younger. There's a few different things I've moved with, and now I use a pendulum. So what I'm doing really is reading what's happening and connecting in with people. And for me, you know, I'm just, I guess I call myself an energy fanatic. So energy for me is where it's all at. I feel that we're living in a world that's inside out. And the reason I'm saying inside out is because everything's within and it's manifested in the outer world. So I can go into that a little bit deeper. The material world is the third dimension. It's 3D. It's what you can feel, you can touch, and we're actually born into a world where we're told if you can't see it, if it's not something you can hold, you can't prove it, it's not real. And obviously what's happened, especially in the Western world, it's a lot more spiritual, a lot more, they move around a lot more and believe a lot more in sort of things like karma and energy in the eastern side, which is where I am in Thailand. But in the Western world, it's very hard. We've been trained to use our left brain. And we're trained from a very, very young age. We go to school and we're taught how to do things at school, that is left brain. It's about achievements, it's about results, it's about getting everything done, it's about analysing, it's about logic. And this didn't really work for me because I'm a right brain person. So school for me was always a bit of a challenge. I'm more of a creative person. I had to develop my left brain. So when I'm working with people, what I'm also doing is really working with connecting them into their true selves, their higher self, and finding out, you know, we all have a connection, but a lot of us are so busy running around searching outside and trying to analyze things and find reasons for things that we miss what's really going on. And we're in a very magical universe. So that's how I operate, that's how I function. And I can go a bit deeper on that. Imagine that you are, let's just say, almost an electrical being, an energetic being. If you're an energy being and you're having thoughts and emotions, it has to be energy. It's coming from somewhere. The more you think, the more emotions you have, the more energy you're almost spending. Okay? So a thought, it takes energy to think. You have a certain amount of energy each day. You sleep at night, you refuel. Basically, a lot of people don't because we also live in a high-stress system. So our lifestyles, especially a Western lifestyle, is kind of designed in a way that is pretty stressful for most people. An alarm waking you up in the morning is interrupting your REM, which is like your dream time sleep. You kind of get woken up in a kind of fast way. Your adrenals are buzzing. And then for a lot of people, they go to work, they work long hours, they're commuting. And I can go even deeper with this. So for a start, you may not have your rested sleep. Your body's kind of stressed already. Maybe you have a coffee because you need to wake up. Caffeine's great for the adrenals. So you're buzzing away. Then you go to work and maybe the job's really stressful. Things are happening all the time, or you're really bored. Things are buzzing. It's a vibration that people exist on that is actually, it's very hard to wind down. Okay, so our systems are constantly being stressed. It can also go to food. I learned a lot about food when I was moved to a spa and I was detoxing. So there's a lot of low vibration food, processed foods, for example, have things like MSG in. There's chemicals in food. There's chemicals on vegetables and fruits and non-genetically modified GMO foods. You know, that's lost nutrition. So what we're putting into our bodies is really, really important as well. So you can imagine that sugar is a good one for a lot of people. I'm just picking up sugar straight away to talk about. That's also giving the body a huge buzz. There's so many different ways that we are sabotaging our bodies, our minds, and our emotions, and we don't even know it because it's normal. It's easy to go to the supermarket and pick something up and put it in the microwave, something that I used to do. So when I'm working with people, I'm not just working with their emotional problems or their spiritual problems. I'm actually looking at the physical body, what's going on, what's going into it. It's a whole range of things. I do a lot of entity removal, so that's been a big one for me. And another big one, the community that I work in is a very kind of spiritual community. So there's a lot of rearranging energy bodies because people have been messing around with plant medicines and things like that. So I have a very exciting life when I work with people. It could be anything.
So why don't we get you working with a caller as a demo and then just see what shows up. So area code 780, you're calling in for your reading. You're now live with Abigail on News for the Soul. What's your first name and where are you calling in from, caller?
My name is Tina. I'm calling in from Langley.
780, that's
I'm calling in from Langley. 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780, 780,
Okay. Finally. And what's your first name?
Oh, it's Tina.
Tina. There's a bit of a delay. I think it's literally because we're on the line with Thailand, I'm assuming. Otherwise, it's just a thing. But you're ready? You're queued up. Abigail? Tina.
Hello. Hey, Tina. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good tonight. It's tonight for me. What time is it for you?
9 a.m.
Oh, wow. So we're definitely on opposite sides of the globe then. So how are you? What's happening in your life? What would you like to look at?
So I've just gone through some major transitions in my life. And
Yep.
I'm, in the middle of kind of wanting to know what path I should go on now, meaning do I go and work on the spiritual side, or should I continue working on the health and fitness side? So I'm kind of being drawn into a whole lot of confusion in that sense.
I'm picking up a lot of confusion.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So have you had a lot of endings recently?
Sorry, a lot of anger?
Endings. Has something ended?
There's been lots of endings.
Yeah. Okay. So you're in a complete transition right now, hon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can feel that. Was one of them a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. See, that one, what I'm going to do immediately is, with your permission, just clear you from that, because the thing I'm picking up is you're still kind of connected to this person on an emotional level. So what we do in relationships is we kind of, our souls merge and we kind of end up with each other's bits. Would that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, I'm picking up a lot of confusion around you, as in surprise. It's almost like, why is all of this happening right now?
Yeah, I would say that a lot of it has just been like, I'm taking it as a blessing. That's how I look at it. Like this morning I woke up and I said, I need some answers answered. And then I saw a call in today. I'm like, I'm calling. Okay. So I'm just going to check through your system and tell you how it's affecting you. All right. Okay. Your spirit's not even in your body. So you're like, you've kind of jumped out of your body at some point, which means that you're not grounded a lot. So you can feel like you're kind of flying around a bit. Would that make sense to you? Yes, it does.
Okay, so I'm just checking through your chakras. Okay, definitely need to ground you. But also what's happened is your third eye is blocked. Okay? Your third eye is your intuitive side, and it can also be that you're scared of moving forward or you're scared of something. We can block it. Has anyone been psychically attacking you? It doesn't mean that you've got black magic or anything. What I mean is, has someone been sending bad energy towards you? Have you felt that you've needed to protect yourself from something?
Yes, the relationship I actually ended from was an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And I used to be extremely connected with my higher self, and when I met him, he really made me feel stupid about that belief. And
right, okay.
Yeah.
That's why your spirit's not in your body. Okay? That's totally why your spirit's not in your body and why you've blocked your third eye, because you've had to block yourself psychically, because otherwise it would have been too painful for you, because you can feel that energy too much. So I'm going to be working on that in a second. Yeah, we do amazing things as human beings to protect ourselves, okay? So your hormones are out of balance as well. So there's your endocrine system. So, yeah, it's been pretty tough for you, hon.
Because when you're like this, you've probably been feeling pretty anxious. Everything with you is in fight or flight right now.
Yes, exactly.
Just checking. And what's your periods like? Because I've got like this area down here. Sorry, this is live. but I'm just picking up that there's a lot going on. Is there any birth control or anything you're on?
No.
Okay, good. Have you just stopped taking anything or anything like that, though? Because I'm really checking your hormones right now.
Well, it's funny because my menstrual cycle has stopped. I used to be very consistent. But I've lost 250 pounds, and I don't know. I'm being told it's because I've lost a lot of weight, but I know it's more than that.
Wow. Congratulations for... I mean, have you lost too much weight? No, I want to say congratulations, but how healthy do you feel? How are you doing? So, okay, all right. So I'm going to start working with your energy anyway. How do you feel about your body, hon? There's a lot of... I tell you what's happened that I can feel. There's a huge lack of confidence here. So
yes.
Was the relationship you're in, it was abusive as in, you felt like you lost your power, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm actually starting with your astral body. I want to, what happens is I get really carried away with the body. So I end up doing like a big thing. I can't leave anything alone until I feel like it's realigned and balanced. So I'm just coming down now. So the sleep body. So there's a lot of things out of alignment, but I'm just going to go down and start bringing it into alignment now. What's your sleep like? Is it erratic? You're not feeling rested?
Sometimes I get 4 hours of sleep and I feel amazing. And then there's sometimes where I get 10 hours of sleep and I felt like I was up every hour, but I wasn't.
Yeah, that can happen when you're out of alignment astrally because your body, the astral body can't go and rest. What can also happen is if we have too much sleep, this is really interesting to know, but if we oversleep, the body has a natural detox process, okay? And if we oversleep, sometimes it goes back into that detox process. So we kind of have toxins in our system when we wake up and we feel really sluggish. So that explains, that can explain why people feel crap when they oversleep.
Yeah.
So it's not always spiritual. It can also be the body and the way the body works. It has like a cycling process. So I'm just really regrounding you right now because the thing is when the spirit jumps out of the body or comes out of the body, it's because life's really painful and part of you just says, I don't want to be here.
Yes, I've had lots of that.
Yeah. So your spirit just checks out a little bit. And what it does is it leaves the body, it can come up into like the throat chakra or the third eye chakra. I haven't asked quite where yours is, but it's not properly in. Are you having any contact with your ex?
Yeah, he's actually been showing up at my work a lot lately.
Okay, and how are you feeling about that?
It's hard because I just want to let it go, but it seems to keep coming back. So I'm asking myself, okay, universe, why do you keep bringing him here? Is there something I need to know? Like, is there something I need to shut off? Or I'm not understanding why you keep coming into my existence.
I have a great question for you. Is the universe bringing him back or is he coming back?
That's true, yes.
Okay, so that's my first question. My second, the information that I'm getting is boundaries. Do you feel guilty when you see him, like you need to speak to him?
Yes.
Okay, so boundaries. How long were you with him? You were probably with him a lot longer than you should have been, huh?
3 months.
Okay, 3 months. 3 months is enough, though. This has definitely been a big trigger for you. So when I'm speaking about him as well, please know that I'm not, I'm in an impartial place here. And, people come into our lives for a reason.
And this particular person, obviously, he wasn't very spiritual, and it probably scared him, so he wanted to disconnect you from your spiritual side. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. But also, what happens with really spiritual people that have a lot of light, and that's what I'm picking up with you, is you're going to draw in people like that.
Oh. Great.
Yeah, because even though people are scared of stuff like that, they still want to know about it, okay? And if you've got a lot of light, some people don't know how to have their own light, so they come along and they want your light, yeah?
Oh.
So
Yes.
when I come into boundaries with you, hon, it could be that the universal message is, you know, how much did you give to him? Could you, you know, did you say no? What do you like with your nose? What's your stomach like? No, you're not very good at nose, are you? You like being nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you've got.
I don't know how to say no.
What's going on with your stomach? You've got a little bit of a digestive thing going on here. It might not be huge, but I've just worked a little bit on it. I'm going to start. What have I done? So I've gone into chakras. I've worked on your third eye. I'm going to go into your endocrine system. Let's get you rebalanced. We really need to get you so that your nervous system is calm again. And when you're more centered and your spirit's in your body, and that's a space where you're kind of stood in your power and you're able to make stronger decisions. Now, it's a human condition that people don't know how to say no.
Yes.
It starts from childhood, okay? Imagine you're a little child. Imagine you're like 2-3 years old and mummy wants you to hug Uncle Tony and you don't like Uncle Tony. We don't know what's going on with Uncle Tony, okay? He could be, you know, an alcoholic and have really stinky energy, and the kids are very intuitive and you pick up on it. And mum says to you, don't be stupid, go and hug Uncle Tony. Yeah? So
yes.
Our intuitive systems from small children are completely and utterly shut down. We are really, really clear. If you ever watch a little child, a child knows if it wants to be around someone or not. All right? So what's happened is by the time, and then of course you've got those kind of parental things, like you ask why and they say because I told you. So you go to school and you have to learn those subjects because you need to be successful and make money when you grow up, even if it's a subject you don't like. Okay, so constantly from your childhood right the way through to school, to job, to work, constantly you've been shut down so many times that you've lost your natural ability to know what's good for you. So a lot of people are incredibly intuitively blocked and don't have any boundaries. And they're also, a lot of people from childhood turn into people pleasers because that's a way of getting love from mummy and daddy, because they realise that pretty quickly that being themselves doesn't work. All right? It's just the system we work in, but that's usually how it works. How does that sound to you so far?
Yeah. You hit the hammer on. You hit the nail on the. You hit the hammer on the nail. You have me in tears because that's exactly it. That's how it's been my whole life. So.
Yeah. So then you're in a position where instead of saying no, you kind of freeze and then you smile and say yes. And what happens is at some point someone will pay for that, because if you're doing stuff you don't want to do, yes people at some point, when they burst because they haven't got a boundary system, and because they don't say no in the moment, or let me think about that, I'm not ready for that, or whatever it is, what happens is over a period of time there's like a build-up. You know those people that get really, really angry and mad and they scream at everyone and then they don't speak to you ever again?
Yeah.
That's called a build-up. Okay? That's called a build-up, and a lot of people have that technique. And it's because they've lost their sense of self, all right? So what would be really good for you is, I'm picking up, it's really good for you to do the health, the fitness, and the spiritual stuff, because it all goes together, all right? If you're doing like the healthy stuff,
then you're going to be on a higher vibration, which means you're going to be kind of in a much more spiritual place anyway, because these go hand in hand.
Yes.
And what do you need to cut out? I'm getting something. What's your addiction?
Smoking.
Okay, all right. Okay, so smoking, that's a toughie, because that comes a lot with, that can come a lot with grief, actually. There could be a lot of grief from childhood. When you're not kind of, most of the world is completely and utterly emotionally unavailable and has never learned how to use their emotions or tap into their emotions. And it's a whole healing treatment, working around emotions. And so addictions are usually with squashing emotions, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you feeling right now? Some people feel this, some people don't, but I like to check in. I've worked on the nervous system. So how's that doing for you?
I definitely feel more at ease. Easy. I feel better.
Good. Good. Now I'm going to ask you, is it possible if we just clear you energetically? This will be good for him as well. So we're just going to clear you energetically. Okay. Are you one of those people that likes to carry other people's problems?
Yes. I always feel like I have to fix everybody. I need to help you. I want to help you. Let me help you.
Yes. You've got a very strong people pleaser archetype. You learned that when you were young, yeah?
Yes.
So you learned that when you were young to get love. And what happens, though, is I'm going to give you a definition. I like this. This is an Anthony Robbins definition. It's called emotional whoring. Okay? Sounds great, doesn't it? So emotional whoring is basically when we're doing things to be loved. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay? And a lot of us do it. And what happens when you don't receive back the love that you thought you were going to get is usually it turns into a little bit of a war. It happens in relationships a lot.
Yep.
And so I want to work on a martyr archetype with you as well. Let's have a look at that. So giving is a funny thing, giving. When we give, basically it's good to give without expecting anything in return. That can be very, very difficult. Unless you're in some kind of trade where you're giving and there's like a fixed result. Okay, that's why we pay for things, you know.
Yes.
we're but I just want, I'm being told to let you know that if you give and you don't get it back from that person, it's an energy, it's a frequency, and the more you give, the more you get back. It doesn't have to come back from the same direction. And this is something very spiritual, and I'm being told that you should know this. Okay? It's very important for you to know that. And so it then becomes more of an art. Okay? If you're a person that loves to give, I'm also being told, though, that it's very important that you are a little bit wiser about who you spend time with. Because you are a nurturer and you are a giver and you are a people pleaser. That will attract people that take if you haven't got your boundaries in place.
Okay.
So one of the big things with you, looking at this guy, one of these big things with you is how are you going to manage him or handle him? So I'm just going to ask you some questions, and I just want the first answer. Do you want him to show up at work?
Sorry?
Do you want this guy to show up at your work?
No.
Okay. So let's just roll through this. What happens when he does show up at work?
My self-confidence goes down. I start wanting to hide. I feel insecure.
Okay. And how do you handle it? How do you speak to him?
Just like my theory is I treat everybody the way I want to be treated.
Okay.
And so I try to be as nice as I can.
All right. Can I just let you know something? The world doesn't
Yeah.
roll like that. Not everyone's going to treat you the way you want to be treated.
I'm coming to that realization.
So this guy's not a vibrational match for you. There are people out there that would really, really love to be treated the way you treat yourself. Okay? And that's the whole thing about being discerning about who you spend time with. Because there are other people that are going to see that as a weakness and walk all over you.
Yeah.
So we go back to the boundaries. It's not about treating anyone badly. It's not, but it is about being aware, okay, this person is not on the same frequency as me. They're not going to get it. So how much time, so this person in your life is going to actually detract from your energy system, because you're going to be giving them a lot of energy and they're not going to understand. And it's nothing, we're all in different spaces, we're all different vibrations. So it's probably maybe a wise decision to actually see if you can put the brakes on him coming to see you at work. Even if you just say to him, dude, listen, I'm getting in trouble at work. We can't keep doing this and I need a break. And maybe just say, I need a break. Is he trying to get back with you?
That's what I'm kind of picking up from it. But then I'm like, it goes into my self-worth. Well, he doesn't want to be with me. Why would he want to be with me? I'm not good enough, right? So this is what I mean. Like, I could... No. I want some qualities that he possessed in a man, yes. But him per se, no. Because he wants me to give up my son. He wants a different life than I'm ready to have, and I'm a different person than he is.
Okay, good. So you're very strong in what you know. It's just you're not so strong in acting out what you need to do.
Yes.
You're good. So it's very hard because we get emotionally involved, and it's very difficult sometimes. But you're probably going to do him a favor if you actually say to him, listen, I need a chance to disconnect from this relationship so that we can be friends again. So I need a break. And when you come to work, it's affecting my work. You know, you can say it in a way that what you're going to do is you're going to clear the space. And then if you want this person in your life as a friend in the future, you're leaving that open.
Okay.
If he understands. Now, it was an abusive relationship, so how abusive was he? I'm just checking, because I'm actually feeling that he'll hear the message if it comes from a strong place within you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm just working around your energy as well. How are you feeling now? Because I'm just taking bits off from around you. So I'll just explain, most people have entities and things on them, so that's what I'm kind of pulling off now. So we're going to go into the self-worth in a minute as well. I'm being told not to leave that alone. I just want to clear you a bit. Okay, self-worth. All right. So what I'm finding quite strange is what you said. Basically, you don't want to be with this guy, but at the same time, you don't believe he could want to be with you. What's going on there?
Because he was my first serious relationship after my husband.
Right.
And like I said, he does have some qualities that I like about him. Like he likes to work out, and we're into health and fitness together. But he likes to beat me down, right? Like, not just physically, but mentally as well.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So what was your self-worth like before you met him?
It's funny because when I met him, I was just starting to pick myself back up. I started feeling better. I started loving myself more. And then when I met him, it went from, we'll say, a 7 to a 0. And then as I got to roughly about the same this year, that's when he re-entered my life out of nowhere. It was, I was like, oh, okay, so you're coming right back right when I'm feeling about where I was when we met the first time.
Yep, that's what the universe does. So that's what the universe brought into your life. What is bringing? He's coming into your life now. It's not the universe, okay? But so this is a big thing that happens. It's almost like we go through a really tough patch, and someone comes into our life when we're in the good space, yeah? And then it's the test, because the test is that person is going to bring up what you need to clear. And there are people that come into your life that are compatible, all right? A lot of us, though, we get people that are going to trigger our mummy-daddy issues and our self-worth issues. It's like the universe says, oh, yeah, so you feel really good right now, do you? Let's just throw this in and see what happens. Let's see how strong you are. Let's see if you've got your boundaries worked out. Let's see if you can handle a relationship. And this is where the test comes in. So now you're in the process of picking yourself back up again, and he's back.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a little story that I really like. It's a monk story. So a monk walks down a road. There's a big hole in front of him. He doesn't see it. He falls in. Takes him ages and ages to climb out of it. The monk walks down the road, and he doesn't see the hole again. He falls back in it. But this time he knows how to climb out. Doesn't take as long. The next bit is the monk walks down the road and he sees the hole, so he walks around it. And then the fourth one is the monk just picks a different road.
Yes.
And that's what we're like when we're learning. So your learning process right now is to really have good boundaries here, and to also, it's very much about valuing yourself again, okay? So, yes, please carry on with the health. Please carry on with the spiritual side as well. What are you into? Have you ever tried learning tarot?
Yeah, I actually have some.
Good, because I'm getting that they're really good for you. How do you learn them? Have you learned them properly yet?
So I go to read them, and then I don't feel like it resonates. Maybe it's that particular deck. I used to have another one that I used, but when I was in that relationship, he made me throw it out. So maybe it's just that particular deck that I'm having a hard time connecting with.
Sounds like it. What deck is it?
It's the Dory Virtue.
Okay. So I would suggest, I know people say to get tarot cards, it's really amazing if someone buys it for you and it's a gift, and that's the kind of authentic gypsy way. If you want to go that way, find a deck that resonates with you and ask someone to buy them for you. Or just buy the deck, it's okay. Find a deck that resonates with you, and then the way to learn them, okay, this works really, really well, I love this, is to start with, and there's an order to this. So I don't know if you've got a pen or you can record this, or just put your phone on record or something, I don't know, or just remember it. It could be quite simple. Oh, yeah, there's an afterplay of this, isn't there? Sorry. Okay, so I get very high when I'm doing this. I'm buzzing with energy, and my logical side cuts out, and I'm just channeling. So I lose things sometimes. I forgot there's a recording. So so I would say start with the tarot deck, and start with the energies of the cards. Start with cups, start with wands, start with the discs, pentacles, and I'm losing the other one, and the swords, okay? So first of all, learn which is which, the elements of which, and start with the Fool. So you take those 4 cards and you learn them. Give yourself a week. Sleep with them underneath your pillow. And the best way to learn tarot cards so that it stays in your mind is you learn them like little people. So you would start with the Fool. Maybe you read about the Fool on the internet in the book, and you think of a movie that's like the Fool. I'm going to give you the movie for the Fool, Forrest Gump. That's a really great one for the Fool, okay? He's lovely. But you can, so the way to connect with the cards is if you can like bring it to something you remember. So bring an experience in your life when you felt like the Fool. And what you will find is it becomes a person, and write that story. And the card becomes a person, it becomes an energy. And then spend that week looking out for Fool moments. Okay, and Fool moments could be, the Fool is trusted in the universe, but sometimes the shadow side is being a little bit gullible and naive. Okay, so you might look around and might say, okay, that person's really got the Fool going on here. But you might see the shadow side, you might see the plus side. All right? We've all got a little bit of Fool in us. And also, like with the cards, so you learn the emotions of the cups. Cups is connections, emotions, and blah, blah, blah. So you got 5 cards there. And then basically the next week you start with the Magician, which is number 1, and you do all the ones. If you've already learned the elements to the cards, it's very easy to learn the ones, okay? You learn numerology. So what you're doing then is you're learning what ones mean, but you're also learning what the Magician means. All right? And that week you start looking out for magicians. Those people will come into your life. You'll start seeing the elements in people because the cards begin to talk to you. So aces are new beginnings. And anyway, so you just continue through the deck like that until you've got all the way through. You learn the court cards separately, okay? And you learn, and then you have some major arcana cards after that to learn. And you take it at your pace. But that's the easiest way I found to learn. Because you can also begin to channel, you begin to tune in, you also connect it with your life and your feelings, and then if you start reading the cards for other people or reading the cards for yourself, you begin to connect with the emotions, and it really makes for a very strong reading.
Oh, okay.
So I'm picking up tarot with you. You could also learn it somewhere. But I'm picking up, you could also learn it somewhere if you wanted to find someone that's way to learn if you want to do it yourself, because the cards are good for you. You're very intuitive. Oh, let me check if your spirit's in your body yet, because I haven't done that. I just realised. Give me a yes. Give me a no. Where's the spirit? Let me check your chakras. Crown, third eye, throat, heart. Sacral. Is the spirit complete? Yep, your spirit's in your body. That's fantastic. It's come back itself. How are you feeling?
I feel more grounded.
Good. Okay, I also want to recommend a meditation to you as well. I recommend it to anyone that's listening as well. It's fantastic. And it's really about working with your higher self or your true self. It's Cameron Day, ascensionhelp.com. And someone a really sweet Facebook friend recommended it to me one day, and I love it. Now, level 1's for free, and it's in kind of 10-minute slots. He really goes into connecting with your higher self, how our higher self is outside of our body, because we've learned to literally, everything is outside our body. We learned about our results, achievements, everything I was talking about earlier. We've stopped looking within. And what's happened is we've separated ourselves from our higher selves, but our higher self is like our connection. So it's really about calling that part back down into your heart. Some people may say spirit as well. I find the higher self and the spirit is a little bit different for me, but we all have our different ways of looking at this. But basically, it's your connection to your God soul. Some people say God soul. So this is really about really connecting to that part of you again, and these meditations help. They're so good, so good. You can also do what's called energy exchanges, which is clearing energy with people and drama and things and life. It's about cleaning your energy bodies. It's fantastic meditation. If you download level 1, it probably lasts about an hour. And for me, what I found is our subconscious is so powerful that I listen to it so many times that I kind of go into a trance and doze a bit with it. But I really trust that my subconscious is working with it a lot. So that's a great meditation. And I've got a feeling meditation would be good for you because you do find it hard to ground. What star sign are you?
Sorry?
What star sign are you?
Sorry, I'm barely able to hear you there.
Oh, sorry, darling. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. What star sign are you?
I'm not too sure. Like my Scorpio,
Oh, yeah.
I'm January 6th. No, I'm a Capricorn.
You're a Capricorn. Okay, great. So, Capricorns, I'm a Capricorn. So you've got that earthy side. You've got that grounded side anyway. So that will keep you probably an animal lover as well. A lot of Capricorns are animal lovers. So yeah, that's good. So you've already got a grounding with your earth sign. I'm not a great, don't have a lot of good knowledge about that. I was just curious to see what you were. So I would also tune into looking at things for self-empowerment.
I do a lot of that, actually.
Good. And of course, if you can do some work around, and I'm probably going to say this to every single person I talk to because everyone avoids it, but if you can do the work around childhood wounding, then that will clear up a lot of your stuff that goes on in your relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you will attract different vibration men, which is what I hear you're calling out for.
Yes.
Okay. So the childhood wounding, that really helps because it's the little you that is too scared to say no, not the big you. So when you bring these parts of you back, then that really, really empowers you. The other thing I'm going to do quickly is a soul retrieval. Now, you also need a soul retrieval from your husband. Yes. How long ago did you separate from your husband?
4 years ago.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes, I read somewhere that if we don't know how to clear our energy, everyone we're intimate with, we can stay hooked into for 7 years, which really scared me. So we're going to clear hubby as well. So right now you've got soul fragments coming back from work as well.
No.
Okay. Yeah. What I mean is you've got fragments coming back from work as well. If you spend a lot of time somewhere, then you work hard? Are you very conscientious?
Yes. So I work. I'm a single mom, and I do work a lot of hours. I'm more like in a retail business, and I'm one of those people that always got to do something. So when the store's slow, I'm working on the Esther and Jerry Hicks, like attitude of gratitude. I'm making focus wheels and trying to work on the positive, and then I'm at the store, so I'm like doing 500 things all at once. But I also have the negative vibration of my family. They watch my son, and I always feel like they have control of what they want to do with me. I shouldn't say. I notice that their feelings and opinions of me really affect me, and I'm working at letting it go.
Yes. Okay. You need boundaries around them as well.
Yes. I learned to be a loner on my own. I found company in my own company.
Fantastic. Well, it's great. Sometimes, we are our own best friend, basically. So when you can take care of your own emotional needs, gives you a lot of confidence, and also you won't be as disappointed in relationships or non-relationships anyway. It's all about empowering ourselves. The more empowered we are, the more love we have to give as well. So
yes.
Yeah. I'm also picking up, doing a little bit of ancestry healing as well with the family. There's some trauma and is there depression in your family or something? There's something icky going on.
They're very negative, right? Everything is very one-minded. Everybody's out there to get you. Yeah. And you shouldn't trust anybody, and it's constant. It's the heaviest energy I've felt.
Yeah, that's like most of the world, isn't it? There's so much fear in this world at the moment, but I completely understand you. Sorry, I was having a giggle. But there's so much fear in the world right now, and there's people that are waking up everywhere, but we're really, really challenged, okay? Because, humans are programmed to be negative. And it's it's a programming and it's installed, and so many people have bought into it. And yes, there's a lot of things to be aware of in this world. I'm not saying don't have fear of certain things. I mean, if you weren't scared of the fire and you stuck your hand in the fire, you're going to get burnt. So there's a logical fear. But there's also, like you said, all of this negative, and a lot of people aren't conscious of what they're manifesting with their negativity. So you're obviously more aware than them, and you do need to like have boundaries or shield yourself a little bit when you're around them. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And I think, yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Perfect.
When I first called, I was shaking, and now I'm like, I'm not kidding you, I'm like sweating profusely, and I haven't even hit the gym yet. I feel like I just did cardio for an hour.
So do after this, sometimes what can happen is with these healings is you can go down a day after because a lot has shifted and your body needs a few days to realign. So do know that if you go down tomorrow or you feel heavy, that it's part of the process. You can even go and get yourself some electrolytes and just keep your system boosted, and maybe even take something before you go to sleep tonight. I always recommend that. Drink lots of water, and I know you're going to the gym soon, but be gentle with yourself today, okay?
Okay. And surround myself with good people.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's this Saturday for you, so I don't know if you're going out tonight, but if you are, keep the partying to a minimum. Don't upset your system too much, just for the next few days.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So anyway, great to hear you. It's great to hear you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And keep in touch. Let us know how it goes. Call back in to the other callers on the board. You can call back in 2 weeks' time, 9 a.m. Pacific, to get on with Abigail, who I forgot to mention at the beginning was spooky good. Abigail, we have 4 minutes to talk, and we need to do a wrap-up with you and some shameless self-promotion so people can work with you beyond this.
Okay. What can I say? Same as last week, it's all on my website. My website is abigailsinsights.com, and all the information's there. I'm really putting together what I would love to be an online course at the moment so people can start doing this work on themselves, because the pendulum work that I do is actually quite simple once you've learned how to use the pendulum. It's more learning what to do and learning how to take care of yourself. So I am putting something in process. I'm writing a book that will be out when it gets out, because it's writing itself and it has its own time frame. And yes, if anyone's interested in a session, please just go to my website, have a read, or contact me and let me know. Okay. And thank you.
All right, we've got you back on in 2 weeks. It was great today, Abigail. Yes. Wonderful to connect with you.
Yes. Great. Thank you so much. And have a lovely day. It's the day in Canada, huh? So have a wonderful time.
We will indeed. And you as well. We'll speak to you in 2 weeks. Abigail Pattman's all linked up right now at newsforthesoul.com. That's where you go for all the free archives. Also links, anybody announces during the shows and you didn't get them written down with your little pencil, you go to newsforthesoul.com. Everything's there.
This is Nicole Whitney, News for the Soul, life-changing talk radio from the uplifting to the unexplained. It's a great honor to have you on the show tonight. Welcome, Deepak Chopra.
Thank you.
Yes, this is Uri.
Hi, Uri. It's Nicole Whitney calling News for the Soul. Welcome to News for the Soul, Robert Allen.
Thank you, Nicole. It's great to be here with you tonight.
Why are you here? We're talking to Carolyn Mace about sacred